What's going on, y'all? What is the word? What's the word? What's the play? What's the word? What's the play, everybody? Hi, everybody. I remember Dr. Nick off The Simpsons. Hi, everybody. Black Dr. Nick. Black Dr. Nick for your B word. I could say B word. That don't count as cussing, right? In the first 2 minutes. Black Dr. Nick for your B word. Hi, everybody. What's going on, y'all? MacWorld Tuesday. We got a funny one for y'all today. This first one is hilarious. Y'all gonna die laughing. You guys are gonna you guys are gonna crack up. That's crazy though. A girl was she called herself trying to steal and it ain't go right. She had a little body on her. Um she had a little body on her too. And she was trying to get something about the cell phone store. Little tights on and stuff. You know what I mean? Um, looked it good. Looked it the part like good enough to get away with it. She just her escape plan just wasn't what it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So she just had to work on that escape plan and everything would have been good. But yeah, we gonna talk about it, and then my two topics I got besides that kind of tie together. My sister hit me up today and told me about something uh that I kind of wanted to talk about for a while, and she just helped me like put it into context a little bit more. I know y'all hear I'm talking a lot about CRT and all that, but CRT is supposed to be critical race theory, but come on, man, we just gonna call it what it is, man. CRT is essentially white history, and they don't want you to know certain aspects of that. We in this information age now. You see how they found Jerry Jones in a crowd from 60 years ago, full of people, at a protest, on the wrong side of the protest, if you know what I mean. So nah, it's one of those situations where, they trying to cover up their history and it ain't really nothing you could say, but and we gotta try to get our own history back in school. So when you hear about CRT, just know that, which is critical race theory again, just know they getting rid of MLK in schools. They getting rid of, like, you can't even have a picture of Barack Obama in there. Like, basically, they want to take black history and traces of black history, especially black accomplishment, out of school and out of schools, and they want to take black struggles out of schools, and they want to replace it with white accomplishments and um apologist rhetoric for the things that they done in the past to get where they at right now. So it's one of those things. Just don't be easily fooled. We gonna talk about it. I'm gonna get my peoples together. Y'all is my peoples. I love y'all. Nah. But nah, we got to talk about this type of stuff, man. That's the good thing. And like I said, I know y'all heard me say this before. I feel like everybody, in a sense, like this podcasting or whatever, is just a extension of social media. Mark Zuckerberg jumped the gun talking about the metaverse, where he think everybody gonna be in this digital world or whatever. First, before it go there, it start with something like this, with everybody having somewhat of a platform to speak their mind. You know what I mean? And why we got it and why I got it, I'm gonna make sure that I let y'all know about some bullshit, but also some good shit. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. And we gonna get on Jerry Jones's, you know what I'm saying, crusty, pasty ass about being in that photo and really the bigger implications of it, because what they said was he was only 14 back then, right? And he an old man now. He gotta be probably in his 80s or something like that. But also, if you want to keep it 100, first of all, get them likes up. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed. But if you want to keep it all the way real, the lady that lied on Emmett Till, she's still alive too. You know what I'm saying? Like these people that have caused historical damage and have been a part of causing historical damage and hardship to like generations of your family and my family. Like Jerry Jones was around to shoot rocks at your granddaddy, and he around to recruit your little brother with a slave contract to the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Like or your son maybe. You know what I mean? So it's like these is people that have caused generations and generations of trauma, and they still around, right? And that's why I say when you see what I say in the byline of the video, Jerry Jones is the living proof. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, knock that shit out, man. When they try to say, "Oh, well, that was the past," no, these people still alive. These people still around that done did all that stuff. That done did the same stuff. Still hold those same ideologies. So we can't fool ourselves to think that, oh well, just because the face of it changed, the rhetoric changed. Maybe tomorrow or sometime this week I do a whole thing for y'all about what a euphemism is and how they use euphemisms to cover up the shit they want to say. Like what the euphemisms mean. Like I know y'all done heard people say something like I hate Mondays. But do y'all know what that really mean though? You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about it, right? And where it come from. It all come from something called the Southern Strategy, and we gonna cook on that. But right now, y'all know how we do. We gotta get this thing started. A little bit of music. So let's do it. Let's get it. And hold on. Day-to-day K in the building. Moderators on deck. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. For they moderate you. Okay. Hey, I want to hear my new Barack Obama ad lib.
First of all, what?
That's funny as hell. You be like, first of all, what? But yeah, so let's get into it, y'all. I know how we do. MacWorld Live. Let's go.
Smack me! Smack me!
Mac, got the flow. Let them know I won't go. Twist the T, smack a hoe. Let them know I'm a pro. Mac, got the flow. Let them know I won't go. Twist the T, smack a hoe. Let them know I'm a pro. Never seen your ass before. Check the nigga at the door. Never seen your ass before. Check the nigga at the door. And I don't be having candles, man. Your bitches are random, man. I tell her I do some shit that she can't handle, man. That shit was a scandal, man. I can't. Hey, Hall of Fame. Yep, I'm having all the game. And I aim at all the lanes. And I aim at all the lanes. Hey, what I do? Kick it with the chosen few. Real, recognize real nigga. Who the fuck are you? Who is that man? It's Mac. What do? We jump back. Get the pack. Break it down. Never do nothing but take a round. Then I just chill. Never gonna take a L. Always gonna have that smell, smelling like damn. What the hell? What the fuck is that? It's kush. Cookies, nah, motherfucking cake. All that shit you smoking on fake. Yup, nigga like you need to go to the lake and find a nice spot, jump in. Nigga like me don't do nothing but make shit bump in. Mac, got the flow. Let her know I won't go. Twist the T, smack a hoe. Twist the T, smack a hoe. Mac, got the flow. Let her know I won't go. Twist the T, smack a hoe. Twist the T, smack a hoe. Never seen your ass before. Check the nigga at the door. Never seen your ass before. Check the nigga at the door. And I don't be having candles, man. Yo, bitch is a random, man. I told her I do some shit that she can't handle, man. That shit was a scandal, man. Like, damn. MacWorld. It's a beautiful, beautiful world. Let's get it, y'all. Alright, so first off, we gotta get into this chick right here. Got busted. I'm talking about, man, listen. If you gonna steal, however you gonna do it, whatever you gonna do, first of all, don't wear your best clothes, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's just embarrassing to be a good looking thief, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she had it might have been that Juanita's bumper curl weave or whatever. I don't know. Y'all girls know the name of it. You know, I call it that bumper curl weave, but she looked good with it though. You know, I like a little bad little ghetto little chick sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, she was a pretty thug with a ugly escape plan, and it ain't go right for her. So yeah, we gotta look at this because this shit is funny as hell. And it's just the fact that when you get caught, you gotta have that spirit of defiance too, cause you know ain't no getting out of it. Let's go. Unfortunately, the audio ain't real good on here. You can't hear her real good, but you gonna see what happens. So basically, I'll narrate it for y'all. Hold on. I go back a little bit. Let me see. I go back so I can narrate it for y'all. All right, so she walk into the cell phone store. This is one of those stores where they fix your phone. So she at the store. She came back to pick her phone up. The phone, you dropped the phone off in the screen to get the screen fixed. So she got the screen fixed and the dude is getting the phone for her. Damn, I wish the audio was better, but this just how it is, y'all. It ain't nobody fault. So she got her phone back. Now, as y'all see right now, she got the phone back, right? Y'all gotta watch this, right? So she got the phone back. She looking at the phone like she checking it, like she checking the screen and everything like that. And dude is basically holding the card for her, holding the card reader for her, because I think what happened was she gave him a card, or she finna act like she giving him a card, but it's probably like a bogus card or something like that. Let me see if she give him the card. Ah, he gave her a card. Oh shit, there it go right there. She already gave him the card. Look, so soon as she got the card back, she tried to hit it. I guess maybe he was giving her something. She was acting like she was looking for another card, cause he like, man, that card ain't work. So she get the phone. She acting like she looking for another card. And let's see. looking on my computer, this hoe ain't that cute no more. She kind of look like King Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Okay, so look, she finna get the card. Up, there it go. Ooh!
Bitch, where's your manners?
Salty, what do you do after that? What do you do? She done got caught. So now he telling her like, give me the card back. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Got your action.
Okay, so now she's salty. She ain't getting out the store. She done tried to hit it. Can we watch that one more time? Where she tried to hit it and ain't getting nowhere. Cause you gotta just stop. You gotta just stop like you wasn't just trying to run out this motherfucker. Look at that shit.
Think I'm stupid? Come on.
Damn, that's
First of all, what?
So now she trapped in the store. And see, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. This is why I don't steal right here, cause I'm scared of this part. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You know them ill-gotten gains probably feel good. What up, fresh in the building? Hey, what's going on, Kanisha? Kanisha said she thought, oh my life, she thought she was finna get out that motherfucker. She had the little runner leggings on and shit. You know what I'm saying? She got a Nike Tech on under her booster fleece and shit. Oh, this the salty part right here.
You give me my screen
And
back,
she
or
young.
you're gonna go home. Which one is it?
So right now, this what he telling her. He telling her, let's see, Fresh said, I wonder what the combo be after you trapped, bro. It be like,
First of all, what?
like, dog, what the fuck is going on? Like, you gotta sit there and just try and play it extra cool. This is too good, man. But he telling her to give the phone back. Like, he like this. He like, I'll let you leave out the store. Like, I got business to do. Give me the fucking phone back and give me my screen back. And I'm gonna put your screen back on and let you go. Which I don't know if he was gonna really do that anyway, because I know it probably took about 45 minutes to put the screen on. I doubt this man gonna go back and undo all his work and all that for free and let her leave the store. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather call the police and get my money or wait on her mother to get there. But she get to calling her mama and jacking to her mama, talking about dude is trapping her in the store and all that and a bunch of other shit. Let's go.
All you have to do is give me the phone. Let me take the screen off, and I'll let you go.
No accountability.
Bitch, where's your manners? Not if you don't give me my screen back.
What?
Give me the phone back. Give me the phone back.
And still just don't want to give him the phone back. Still don't want to give, like, bro, I swear, it's something, I think it's something in certain girls' heads, right, where they just think, like, man, no matter what, like, the gig is never up. You know what I'm saying? He said, buddy, that's all, folks. Man, he said, look, her stomach done dropped. Nah, she know. She ain't trying to go to jail. Either way it go, you ain't leaving with the phone. With the fixed phone. Nah, she salty as hell, bro. She looking out for them police right now, you know what I'm saying?
You know I got everything on camera, right?
And now, you know what I don't like about this? You know what pissed me off about this as a parent? She calling her mama with like an attitude. Like, Mom, come pay this money, come pay this man.
Can I have
Like,
my phone back and I put your screen back on? You can go to Jamal. My mom about to come up here. I don't want your mama here. Give me my phone back. Give me my screen back. Mom, come on, bro.
just defiant, man. Like,
I'm
you
not letting your
know,
mom in.
a lot of people, man.
I don't want my money. I want my screen back. Give me the phone, and I can let you go. Why are you trying to sue me? Hurry up. What the hell? I got you on camera. Why are you lying?
She said, Mom, he's gonna shoot me, hurry up. And that's what I'm saying, man. A thief. What the saying say? Look for a motherfucking liar and find a thief. Look for a thief and find a liar. Lying and stealing go hand in hand, because once you get caught, you gotta lie about it. So she already fucked up by trying to steal the shit, which she can't get away. Then she completely misleading her mama. So when her mama come up there, her mama finna be looking stupid. Her mama, she gonna have her mama coming up there on some, what y'all doing to my daughter? Leave my daughter alone. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna run that tape back. You know what it remind me of? It remind me of when I used to mess with Summer Rae and her sister tried to steal that weed from me and shit. And she thought it was y'all remember the video, the Grinch who stole Christmas? And she thought I was just being a big meanie and shit like that, and just being some type of angry guy. But I'm like, nah, this hoe over here stealing and shit, and like, I didn't want to. Don't nobody like a thief, so I didn't even want to release the hard evidence. But when it came down to it, and my character was being questioned because the thief is a liar too. They gonna lie. A thief is gonna lie until the truth come out. You know what I'm saying? So when the lies start coming out, I said, you know what? Roll the clip. And I had to release that tape. You know what I'm saying? Of the hoe stealing it. It was something like this. I know this be a salty feeling. But let me tell y'all what happened with me. So I come in the house, right? Max story time, right? So I come in the house and I had a little stash in here, a little weed stash in here, and old girl was like, she must have been hitting me up like, she was trying to get some weed from me. I had a suspicion that somebody was going in my shit, so I set up one of my hidden cameras. Anybody that know me know I got cameras everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Inside, outside. You don't know what's a camera and what's what and why, or when is it rolling or when is it not rolling. You just don't never know. You don't know if I could have it rolling at the touch of a button if it's not rolling. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know when that blue light come on. You don't know if it's a motion sensor. You don't know if it's voice activated by me. Y'all will never know that shit. So my advice to anybody that know me know that they don't know. But anybody that don't know me gonna think they know. But my advice is you don't know. So what you think you know that you don't know, you don't want to find out. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so she comes and I get home. I had one of my cameras set up or whatever. And she comes in my room and she like, man, can you got some loud? I ain't smoked all day. Come on, man, knock that shit out, man. She like, I ain't smoked all day. You got some loud? And as I walk in and I'm looking at my cameras, I'm running my camera back. And mind you, it shouldn't be nobody in my room or no movement on my cameras because I was out my room. So as I'm running my camera back and I see a big ass black shadow on my damn camera, right? I was like, hold on, let me run this back. And mind you, while I'm running it back, she's right there. She just asked me for some weed. And I'm running the camera back. I run the camera back and it show her come in my room. She looked around and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, thieves be moving adjacent. They be moving all. I don't know, y'all ever seen a thief move? They be moving all, you know what I'm saying, like a fucking snake or something. I don't even fucking know, right? But she was coming in moving slimy already, moving rickety, you know what I'm saying? Hoe was moving crooked. And you know, so she come off in the room and my weed sitting right there, my weed jar sitting right there, my camera sitting hidden like on my desk or whatever. And she look at the camera like she look at it like, is that a camera? Make a stupid monkey face all in the camera and shit. And then she proceed to take my weed. And you can see the weed she taking. She takes some, whoop. She takes some more, whoop. And then she thought about it. She was trying to take the weed so fast when she reached the third time, her hand hit the jar like she was trying to reach through the jar. So I was thinking, oh, maybe she ain't gonna take no more. Nope. She went again. One more big chunk. Whoop. Took that. And then she tried to hurry up, sit it back down, real rickety, real smooth and shit. And then she was finna leave out the room, but she seen my change bucket right there, my kids' change bucket. And she thought, you know what? I'm stealing. I'm already in deep. I'm already stealing, biting the hand that the fed me and housed me and shit. So why don't I just take some money too from his kids? Fuck it. So then you see her reach over, going in my change bucket, hoe stole weeds, blunt money. And while I'm looking and watching her do this shit, mind you, she's standing right behind me. She's standing right there. We watching the shit. Me and I forgot who I was with, but who was I with? Who was I with? Cause she looked at me and she was like, Sean. She was like, no. Cause like after I got done watching it and I turned around and I looked at her, the first thing she did was grab my arm. Like, no, she put her arm in front of me. She was like, Sean, no. Like she thought I was finna put flip flop floopity flop hands on this hoe, man. Like, but you know, it's to see somebody, you know, you always want to catch a thief, but to catch somebody that you know that just when you just seen them 10 minutes earlier before you left your house, you looked at them as a whole different person that would never do no shit like that to you, right? And they turn around and do some shit like that betrayal right there. It ain't even about the weed and shit. And then now tell me this ain't some slime bar shit, right? Like after she got caught, mind you, she came in the room to ask me for some damn weed and talking about she ain't had no weed, she ain't smoked all day. Now after she get caught, and damn, who the fuck was I with? I cannot remember what girl I was with, dude. I'm either my mind slipping or I need to change my ways, bro. But I cannot remember the girl I was with. But she was just like, nah. And then so the first thing I told her, I just told her like this. I said, man, go to your room. That's what I told her because she was renting a room from me. I told her, I said, go to your room. And she said, Cuzzo said he remembered. What up, cuz? Kia said, day-to-day K. She said, acting like she was hurting for bread and been stealing. Shaking my head. Funniest thing ever. Whatever she said. Nah, shit was real, man. Like, and honestly, I'm not a blaster like that. Anybody that know me know I could keep the hell out of some secrets. You know what I'm saying? I could keep a good secret. Like, I ain't that type of person. And even though she did me wrong, I wasn't even gonna put her on blast like that. But she had a little dyke ass girlfriend she was messing with, this little Mexican chick. And she must have told the Mexican chick half of the story and was trying to make it seem like I was just being, like I said, a big mean guy, just kicking her out for nothing and all that. So the little Mexican hoe must have inboxed me, snapping and all that shit, trying to go off. And I seen the whole demeanor like she had got away with something. The one that was stealing from me, she was like, man, today was a long day. So stressful. Happy to end it at the movies. Nah, ho, you ain't finna have no movie date after you done stole from me.
What?
Shit.
First of all, what?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't having no goddamn movie date after you done stole from me. Hell no, I'm finna ruin yo. So I'm sitting here, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out what all you done stole and how long you been stealing. And meanwhile, you at the movies talking about how getting halfway caught and let off the hook is so stressful. So, and had the bitch cussing me out. So, no, I had to spill the beans on that hoe, for real. Like, I had to basically make it real for her because it wasn't real for her. She was, and that's the thing, too. A lot of times, we get these people passes and shit like that, right? You know, especially if it's somebody we know, we tend to give them a pass and all this different type of energy or whatever, just not wanting to make the situation that bad. And that brings me to my next topic, you know, Jerry Damn Jones, you know, he's the owner of the Cowboys now. He's not a flat out segregationist like he was back in the days, but you know, do you forgive people when you know they true nature? Because when people do some shit and they feel like they got away with something, guess what they gonna do? Yeah, they gonna do it again, right to you. And you know what I'm saying? They're gonna do it again to you. Damn it, you know? So don't fool yourself about the nature of people and the lessons they learn. That's why you got your ass whooped. Kanisha said, I need to change my ways. You funny as hell.
First of all, what?
But nah, so it's just one of those things of you know, don't let people get away with shit. And when people show you who they are, like the saying say, believe them, right? But so yeah, Jerry Jones, y'all know he the owner of the Cowboys now, but this is back in the days. This is back during like the segregation days. There go Jerry Jones ass right there. Still looking the same too with that fucking dude face look like the badge on the US Bank sign. You old Power Ranger helmet head having ass nigga. But yeah, there go Jerry Jones right there. So, you know, it kind of tie into my last topic. I saved my other one for last because it's a little bit triggering for us black people. For us black people, it's a little bit sensitive. So I saved it for last, but we gonna cook on it though. Let's go. Check this out. This was a good little short I found, which I want to cook on after we talk about this right here. Let's go.
Billion-dollar owner Jerry Jones stopping black classmates from desegregating.
Oh, Jerry, you got some explaining to do. Nah, but seriously, my parents was in school when they desegregated, so you ain't want to go to school with my mom and daddy? Make sure you choose your words wisely, because you don't want to get canceled like. And I don't want to hear nothing about you as curious, because I'm curious too. Like, I'm curious to see what these two got to say. You know, these two that was so angry on national television, they called a black man an idiot.
Give me the phone.
An idiot.
And I can let you
And I just know Stephen A. gonna be in his head, or we just might have to call his kryptonite. Jay will be talking to Stephen A. like he ain't got a family. But most of all, I'm hoping that we, the social analysts, will spread awareness for this like we do everything else. Because that.
My bad, y'all. I was when I was playing this, the dude was still snapping on the hoe about the phone. I'm gonna run it back. Hold on. Hey, that nigga mad. He mad about that shit. But nah, it's like I was saying, somebody lying in your face, man. That shit.
Cowboys billion-dollar owner Jerry Jones stopping black classmates from desegregating.
Oh, Jerry, you got some explaining to do. Nah, but seriously, my parents was in school when they desegregated, so you ain't want to go to school with my mom and daddy? Make sure you choose your words wisely, because you don't want to get canceled like. And I don't want to hear nothing about you as curious, because I'm curious too. Like, I'm curious to see what these two got to say. You know, these two that was so angry on.
Kia, I need you to moderate these freaks about my chat talking about some like hot photo of my sister. Don't nobody like your sister?
First of all, what?
National television, they called a black man an idiot. And I just know Stephen A. gonna be in his head, or we just might have to call his kryptonite. Jay will be talking to Stephen A. like he ain't got a family. But most of all, I'm hoping that we, the social analysts, will spread awareness for this like we do everything else. Because that man was there when our people were sped on, had rocks thrown at them, and called everything but a child of God. How about those Cowboys? This message was brought to you by another satisfying racial moment. This is why they don't want y'all teaching CRT, because you're going to see them in the pictures.
Cowboys.
That last part right there, right? That was the funny part, but that was the real part. He said, "This why they don't want y'all teaching CRT because y'all gonna see them in the pictures, right?" And so critical CRT, that's for those of you that don't know what it is, if you've been living under a rock or you just willfully ignorant, about the world, the times around you. CRT is critical race theory, and basically they want to argue that teaching critical race theory is it's actually like detrimental to stopping racism and healing from racism and stuff like that. They say it's teaching hate and it's anti-white. But the fact of the matter is critical race theory is just a belief that, a lot of racial things are systematic and have been, like a lot of us, black and white, have been born into it. So by discussing it from a critical standpoint and a theoretical standpoint, we could look at it without having to place blame or without having to, white guilt is a real thing. You don't have to worry about white guilt and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we could really get to the bottom of stuff. It's like, we in this information age, right? We finding out so much more about ourselves. We are ready to do some healing, do some, healing from some past trauma. We learning about things and how they affected us that we weren't even able to talk about in certain ways before. You know what I'm saying? So now as we learn about it and we move forward, man, we need all the tools to be able to move forward. And it's just one of those things. But I'm gonna do two things for y'all. DL Hughley was cooking on the Stephen A. Smith reaction to Jerry Jones, because Stephen A. Smith basically tried to give him a pass. Y'all know Stephen A. Smith, but y'all know DL Hughley too. Y'all know Uncle DL gonna cook. That's why Kanye hated him. What they call him, Yadoff. That's why Yadoff hated him. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what DL Hughley had to say. We're going to check out a little bit of it. I didn't get a chance to look at the clip first, so I'm going to watch it for the first time with y'all and just see what he had to say, because I know he said some real shit. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. In regard to Stephen, here's
You looked at the man's resume since then, right?
and this right here is where I must chime in. Looking at the resume, the man's resume, what Dax sees, billionaires.
Successful businessman and later on the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones went on and became a very successful businessman and later on the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. And people in response, he couldn't be racist because he made a lot of black millionaires. He made black millionaires because he was an NFL owner. An NFL owner. So you try fielding a successful NFL team without black people. You might as well try rugby.
Hell the fuck no.
So he was a businessman who bought the best athletes, and somebody else would have done that.
That's my thinking. That's how I see it as well. That was strictly a business move. If he thought.
Shit, if y'all ever seen like a commune, like an NFL commune, man, they had them niggas get up there butt naked, lined up. It looked like literally they done show parallels to NFL commune and the slave trade. Like they look at these niggas' bodies and, you know what I'm saying, examine them like cattle and shit. It's damn near demeaning. You know what I mean? So don't. That's right in line with Jerry Jones. They talking about, oh, he can't be racist. He owns the Dallas Cowboys. Like, yeah, he probably be like, yeah, trade me a nigga. That's fucked up. I don't even know. I don't even know if that's how Jerry Jones sound.
First of all, what?
Let's go.
That someone else was a better athlete. He didn't just go out charity giving away his millions. He knew investing millions would indeed put more billions into his coffers, or 100 millions at a time. So how much credit do you want for being a good businessman? I think we all can
Don't
agree
moderate me, kid.
the man's a good businessman. The conversation becomes, where in his
And my guy cooking right here, right? And he kind of, he going a little slow on it and shit, so I'm gonna speed it up. But he's saying like basically you can't just get it's a thing that people do, and I noticed this myself. Whenever somebody is in a position of power, we want to think about them as being a good person. And the reason we do that is because to think about them not being a good person and being in that position of power is scary. You know what I'm saying? Even if you know they ain't a good person, you want to fake like you think they is because you want them to try to be a good person. You would rather have them try to be a good person than to take the money, the power, and all that they got and be against you or be cool being a fucked up person. So we tend to try to convince people in high places about their goodness or act like they're just inherently good. No, like, man, fuck all that. This nigga, this liver spot forehead having ass nigga, hold on, let me zoom in on them liver spots, because I hate when them folks be having them liver spots on their head or whatever them shits is called. This liver spot forehead having ass zombie looking ass nigga was shooting rocks at your grandparents when they wanted to try to make it to where he got in life. He's a multi-millionaire right now. Your parents back then or your grandparents might have just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? They just wanted to go to school. That's all they wanted. And he was shooting rocks at them and shit. And he was with the people shooting rocks at him. Hey, and you know what's funny? Guess what group of people they didn't like too that was with us getting rocks shot at us? Y'all, the Joes. He looking ass. But yeah, it's crazy though, man. So Jerry Jones, nah, you definitely, in my eyes at least, you don't get no pass.
his history has shown from that moment when he was 14
Jones is the living
that
proof.
it impacted him in a way where he now wanted to do something against the ills. I haven't seen it. In fact, upon just a little bit of research, when I look up the Gene and Jerry foundation that they have set up for their philanthropy, their outreach programs targets 4 areas of interest. All right, so one is character education, one is military outreach, one is women's health, the last one is a Hispanic outreach. So
Hell the fuck
those
no.
are 4 great initiatives. 4 great initiatives.
Hispanic outreach, when they got specifically to outreach into a specific group of people, you see he skipped right over black people. He said, and you know, Texas, he in Dallas. Texas has a lot of Hispanics. So on one hand, I could understand that, but nah, Jerry, you got some splaining to do, bruh. Shit, you definitely got some splaining to do because your ass was part of the rock throwers. Let's go.
Do not see anything in regards to African American outreach.
Hell the fuck
Anything
no.
that directly targets the black community. I appreciate the
Hell the
Hispanic
fuck no.
outreach. And to me, there's enough room there to also have an African American outreach if
First
that
of
was a
all,
priority to you.
What?
Which, when we look back to that day in September 1957,
It should be a
I
priority.
just don't see how someone that's remorseful and has changed wouldn't have an initiative. So
First
that,
of all,
when you say look at his track record, are you talking about, you know, all of the guys in the locker room?
I like this picture right here, right? Because you could just see, you could see these 2 black boys right here. You know what I'm saying? And then you see, look, he having fun. He think he's the tough guy with the cigarette, little dude with the cigarette in his mouth and shit. That's bad news. That's bad news, Johnny right there and shit. Then look at his buddy like, they just, for them, it's just all a game. Look, they got some adults with them. He's grown, you know what I'm saying? They got cameras with him. They having fun, you know? And meanwhile, you just got these 2 black kids right here. And possibly some more black kids, you know, over here in the corner, a couple other black kids. But it's just crazy, man, because For them, it's all a game. Like that's all it ever been to for them. A game of how can they hold us back and get away with doing things they want to do to us without looking bad or having to feel bad about it. And that's where we at. I feel like even with the whole thing where we talk about with Jerry Jones in general, and them trying to excuse him, and to a larger extent, like I said, the topic that it ties into that I'm really discussing more as a blanket topic, critical race theory and everything like that. We have to really look at and this is hard, but we gotta look at this stuff, man. Because like the saying say, if you don't study your history, you are doomed to repeat it and everything like that. So, this is one of those topics where it's not something that bring me a lot of joy to talk about, and I really it don't bring me a lot of joy to talk about, obviously, and so I saved it for last because it's kind of triggering. But it's something that we got to talk about because we might end up back in those stages. But let's go, y'all. We got to do this. All right, I'm gonna try to. Y'all just gotta bear with me, man.
With 60 Minutes executive producer Jeff Fager.
Jeff, we're not used to seeing photographs of dead bodies on 60 Minutes, but the story on 60 Minutes this week shows devastating pictures of lynchings.
Lynchings became so acceptable, onlookers would send picture postcards to friends and family. This card, depicting the horrific image of a burned corpse, casually notes, "This is the barbecue we had last night."
So one thing right away, because we gonna talk about this while we here. We might as well have this discussion. So a lot of times you might get into an argument online with these racists, right? And they always talk about Chicago and the violence in Chicago and the gangs and all that. I always ask those people, like, how come y'all didn't love black people before the gangs? Before a gang was even invented? You know what I'm saying? Back when black people just wanted to go to school, wanted to just farm their land, whatever. That's when y'all was lynching and barbecuing black people. Literally lynching them and barbecuing them. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I want to point out is this. They talk about, black people and their propensity for violence and them being inherently this way or that way. What type of sick person could sit up and be around a dead body and just eat and play and all that? And then on top of that, a cooked body, like you burning flesh and all that, just a mutilated body, and y'all just practicing being cool around it, practicing normalizing it, practicing bring your kids around to take photographs with it. Like that's
For viewers,
that's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do that? What type of normal functioning person could do
what
that?
would you say to them? Why include them? Why include such graphic photos?
I think that some people will be offended by seeing the photos, but it's so important to show them. For us, it really is. That's reality.
And this a white dude saying this, so this ain't no woke shit. If anybody out there white watching, this coming from y'all.
That isn't in the history books.
Damn
We
it.
don't see these pictures. We don't talk about it. And in the first line of the story, Oprah says it's a reckoning.
There is a reckoning taking place in America over
It
how
is,
we remember our
with history. And so we have to show them.
So you're saying that if you don't show the photo, sometimes there's no story.
There isn't a story. We self-censor a lot in the news business, and we're very careful what to show and not show the American audience.
And you think that
Basically, what they discussing and what they talking about is our Black Holocaust. Like we had our own Holocaust. We had our own period of being beat, tortured, all that stuff. And I'm not saying that to take anything away from the Holocaust that the Jews experienced at all. All I'm saying is that we experienced it too. It's funny because, you know, if you think about it, it was behind the same ideologies from the same people. And then the problem is those people are always good at telling you somebody else to be mad at or redirecting you to somebody else. So they are able to do the same things over again. When you see everything that they talking about right now, all this stuff is bad as it is. It's stuff that we need to learn about, right? But they're taking all this stuff out to schools because, like, your kids not gonna be able to learn their history because they was, you know, because the people who are in control of what is taught are not on the right end of history from the past. So they're just they want to erase it. Let's go.
That news executives are too careful?
Yes, I do. The power of, you know, television is about showing what really happened.
So Terry, can you just pull up the Jesse Washington photograph for a second so we can talk about our options? There are stories that come along as a producer. The minute you hear about it,
Like I'm talking
you just
about,
can't
like
stop thinking about it.
15, like they had times where it was like 1,500 people showing up in the park. Or not 1,500, 15,000 people showing up at the park for these lynchings and these burnings. Like, it was a big deal to them. You know what I'm saying? That was a big part of their history. Like, a big part of our history, man, is surviving a lot of the shit they put us through. You know what I mean? Like, that's why as we go back and we examine our history and how far we came to try and take account of it, they don't want us to be able to do that because they don't want us to look at it like, damn, we always been their biggest obstacle traditionally, and we don't want them to realize that. So it's like that video that I just showed y'all where he talk about why they don't want to talk about critical race theory, because he said, y'all might see them. Y'all might see, they don't want you looking at critical race theory because you might see some of their people in there. Look at this. This is a big crowd of people. This is a huge crowd of people. You probably can't even see the person right in the middle. That looked like the person right here. And it looked like they got them tied to something and they spraying them or might have did something or something like that. But look at all these people, like they just into it. They just into it. Just a burning mutilation, and burning and all that was an event, was a cool, acceptable event. And what this article was talking about was it just started to get super acceptable in America, like to just have lynchings and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't let these motherfuckers off the hook. Or guys, what are we talking about? This is America, the land of the free. Why do we have gangs? Why did you guys ever form gangs for? For protection, motherfucker. Because the motherfucker, if y'all don't know, ask some of y'all parents. When the gangs first formed, especially in Chicago, it was because it was parts of Chicago where you would go past them railroad tracks, them Italians will whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, all type of shit. A lot of gangs was formed for protection. You know, let's go.
Lynched people. That's one of the surprises to me in the whole story is that, you know, in one case, 15,000 people showed up in a town square in their Sunday best.
This was one of the more remarkable photographs that we included in the story. It's the lynching of Jesse Washington in Waco, Texas. And he was tortured while people looked on. And there's one photograph from this lynching where you actually see a man holding up his friend so that
Hell
you can
the
get a
fuck
better
no.
view. There was a lot of community acceptance of these crimes, and you can see that clearly in this.
And y'all know what's frustrating? That's a whole part of America's history of lynching us and burning us and all that they just cover up. And then go back to pointing the finger at us talking about some gangs in Chicago and some sagging pants and shit. These motherfuckers showed up in they Sunday's best, dressed like they was ready to worship Christ, to come burn and lynch some black folks. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta be, man. I'm telling you, don't never forget what we been through to get where we at. And Jerry Jones and all that, when you think about him, he was a part of this same mentality, this same culture that permitted this. And when you look at these people, when you see some of these people that are that have been lynched, these are people, you can see them in suits and ties and dresses. You can see these were people of society. These weren't just some people that they just snatched out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? These were people that clearly had professions. And these are people that, you know, they had a life and stuff like that. And you know, it's just sad to see, man. I guess it ain't too much, you know, you can do to change somebody whose heart is full of hatred or whatever. But this is my advice that I would give you motherfuckers, right? Like, just don't fool yourself about people. When somebody show you who they are or tell you who they are, you gotta believe them, shit. Cause some of these motherfuckers, man, will put you in some of these situations, right? This is like that story with the black lady that went to like a sleepover with all her white friends, and she ended up like beat or lynched. I think she ended up lynched or something like that. And they said, it's she committed suicide, or they don't know what happened or something like that. Like she killed herself or something like that. Nah, that lynching shit, that's part of their motherfucking history. You hear me? That's like, we got collard greens and chitlins, and they got lynchings. You know what I'm saying? And burnings. God damn it. So as fucked up as that shit might sound, you know, it is what it is. But I hate to have to get all heavy on y'all at the end and everything like that. But, you know, we had to do what we had to do. Appreciate everybody coming out, checking out the show. If you didn't hit that like button, go ahead, hit that like. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe for the latest, greatest content from your boy Mac and MacWorld Media. Check out my boxing videos, you know, check out my live every day at 1 p.m. on YouTube. I think I'm gonna start doing it once I get my StreamYard right. I think I'm gonna start doing the dual stream at night on Facebook/YouTube. So I do like both of them. But yeah, good stuff coming. We working. Shout out to everybody, all the moderators. Cause Made Fresh Daily, Day-to-Day K. All my content creator homies, Everything Boxing, Money Brown, Real Marlowe, Mac Buddy Gaming, you know, the whole gang. And yeah, make sure y'all check me out again tomorrow, same time, same place. And yeah, I'm out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Later.